do you wear a chain on your wallet? Do you find that this is a problem? In this video we're going to take a look at the Harley Davidson transparent paint guard for your side covers to avoid getting scratched up by your chain. Hey everybody, I'm Andrew. Welcome back to Touring Midwest, and we're going to take a look at the transparent paint guard for the side covers for your Harley Davidson motorcycle. I wear a wallet with a chain a lot of times, not a necessity, and on long trips I generally don't have my wallet in my pocket anyways, because for comfort reasons it's usually tucked into a saddlebag or the tour pack. But when I'm just riding around town, I know on my last bike, on my Road King, that side panel got pretty scuffed up. The chain kind of wore off the clear coat. So I decided to invest in these transparent paint guards to protect the side covers from the chain or anything else that might get in the way and scratch it up or scuff up the clear coat. Let's start by checking out what's inside of this tube. Pop the cover off. First thing you'll notice is a styrofoam insert on both ends. So I'm just going to try to push it out, I guess. That worked. Set that aside and kind of see what's in here. So there's a side cover, or there's a transparent paint guard for each side cover, and instructions, if I can get them. They're all rolled up in this tube here, and that is it. Get that out of the way for now. So that's all, basically all that comes in the packaging. I'm going to take a look at the instructions here and find out what we have to do. Alright, well, you probably won't know it until you watch this video or open the package, but you do need some supplies. You're going to have to spend probably between $10 and $12 unless you have some of the stuff available. But here's what you need. Distilled water, 2 1-quart spray bottles, a container of 70% isopropyl rubbing alcohol, Johnson's & Johnson's baby shampoo, and a squeegee. Now they recommend one from 3M, but I looked it up online and the one I found that matched their part number was like $35. So I just ran to the parts store, picked this guy up. Comes with a cheap knife, not worried about that, but it was like $5. So I've gone ahead and just put down some plastic over my counter here because this wood isn't treated or anything. I didn't want to wreck it with the water. So we're going to take our side cover and I'm going to clean this up real quick. If you ever wanted to get this clean, now is the time you want to get it clean, because anything that's showing on here is going to be permanent once you get the transparent skin on. So any smudges or fingerprints or dirt, anything that you don't want on there permanently, you want to get off now. There's already some scuffs in this that is not coming off, so you can see the importance for the transparent paint guard protectors. Now they also make these paint guard protectors for like your bags, the cover on your for the cover on your bags, the front of your bags, the side of your bags, I believe. I think they do them for the tour pack, and you can get these transparent skins for many different parts of your Harley Davidson motorcycle. All custom fit, and I assume they're all put on about the same way. So that's about as good as I'm going to get this, I believe. So it's time to get started. The instructions here say Harley Davidson recommends that this kit be professionally installed, but they sell it so you can obviously do it yourself. Preparation. Prepare solutions on the day of installation. You got to do 2 different bottles. So the slip solution says thoroughly mix 16 ounces of distilled water and 2 to 3 drops of baby shampoo. So 16 ounces is about half of this bottle. I did end up buying just a small bottle of Johnson & Johnson's baby shampoo because I just only need 2 or 3 drops, and it's not the greatest value. This was in the travel section at the store and it's about $2. A big bottle is like $4, so you know, half price and way less than half of a bottle. So I guess if you could use it, it's better to buy the Alright, there's one. The attack solution says using 70% isopropyl rubbing alcohol, mix a solution that is 10% alcohol, 90% water. So I'm just going to go 16 ounces again. So then what, 10% is 1.5 ounces. Definitely smells like alcohol. Whew. All right, let's get started. I'm going to, I mean, you could smell it, but just to be safe, I'm going to put an A on this one and an S on this one. All right, let's get started. I'm starting with the right hand side, which is not the side that my chain hangs on, but I feel like if I'm going to mess one up, I'd rather mess up this one than the other side. So we're going to start over here. So the first thing we want to do is wet the surface and your fingers thoroughly with the soap solution. I'm not exactly sure how this is going to go, but we're just going to go for it. I'm trying to get it lined up on here. I don't know exactly where it goes or where it's supposed to go, so I'm just going to kind of line it up with the top edge here and hope that it fits. But the backing does seem pretty thick, so I'm hoping once I get the backing off, it'll kind of form how I want it. So I'm just going to get it kind of lined up here and hope for the best. So again, we're just going to spray this with the soap solution. This is going to keep it from actually sticking completely, so we can get it where we want it. I'm supposed to wet my fingers as well to avoid getting any kind of fingerprints on it. And then we're going to roll the backing back a ways. It's kind of hard to get under that backing. Peel the rest of this back. get it where we want it. Oh yeah, it's much easier to deal with without that backing on there. You're going to be really able to get it lined up perfectly. Okay, so that's really good to know because I was kind of nervous, but this looks good. Oh yeah, this is going to be really pretty easy now. I'd almost recommend having a little dish of water to keep your fingers wet with the soapy solution. Okay, so once we get it where we want it, let's get our squeegee ready. This is probably a little bit more hard than the 3M squeegee that they recommend, but we're all right there. So once you get this where you want it, which is about perfect right here, we're going to pull back the leading edge about halfway. And we're going to spray that with our alcohol mixture. And this is going to allow it to stick, using the squeegee to remove air bubbles. You guys who have done window tint and stuff before probably think this is just kind of a easy process, but I've never done it and I wanted to make sure that I did it right, so, and you know, to show you guys. Okay, so now we're going to lift this edge up and do the same with our alcohol mixture. Spray it on there and start sticking it down and making sure you work out all the air bubbles and wrinkles along the way. You can definitely feel the air bubbles if you run your fingers over it. It's a little tough to see them with the liquid on there, but you can definitely feel them. And you want to make sure you get it on now, because I think once it's set, it's going to be set. Alright, well I can still feel some little air bubbles in there, but hopefully it will be good enough. And that's why I wanted to start on this side anyways. I think maybe this side will be a little less noticeable than the other side. I'm going to dry it off. That final little bit there made a difference as far as up here goes. So yeah, definitely make sure you work out all the water, all the air bubbles. It's a bit of a process, but you want to make sure that it looks good, so do your best to push those air pockets out of there. And it's really going to help with the life of your, you know, your paint guard as well. Alright, so I just keep reworking this. Trying to get the bubbles out. But overall, I think it's not too horribly bad. Get this edge to lay down. Hopefully. It wants to keep lifting. There are a couple air bubbles in here, but I think I'm just gonna keep working on those, work those out. And then you just got to do the same thing for the other side. They are very transparent. You can't hardly tell that they're on there, which is nice. But it is going to protect your side covers from getting scuffed up from chains or whatever else might be bumping up against them. And like I said, they make these transparent paint guards for all kinds of different panels on your Harley Davidson motorcycle. So there you go. That is how to install the transparent paint guard on your side covers for your Harley Davidson motorcycle. So hopefully this video worked out well for you guys. Hopefully it was a bit informative and kind of give you an idea whether you want to try it or not. It's really not that difficult. Your hardest part is just going to be getting the air bubbles out of it, which is kind of a struggle, but not a huge deal. So that's that. I mean, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new here and hit that bell notification icon right next to the subscribe button. That's going to notify you whenever I upload a video. But the real nice reason for that is when I do live mobile video uploads with no warning, you'll get notified. So if you have time, you can check into the live video. When we do some motorcycle rallies like Sturgis, that's definitely something I want to try and get into more, is the live videos. So definitely stay tuned for that. Have a good one. Stay safe out there. We'll catch you in the next video from Touring Midwest. Thank you.